Your engine doesn't overheat in a day. It overheats because of decisions made months, sometimes years earlier. Small mistakes, cheap shortcuts, things that seemed harmless at the time. And by the time that temperature gauge pushes into danger territory, the damage is already done. What I'm about to show you are 12 cooling system mistakes that quietly destroy engines. And number 11 is something professional mechanics do on every single job but almost never tell customers about. Stay right here, because skipping even one of these could cost you thousands. The cooling system is the most underestimated system in your entire vehicle. People obsess over engine oil and completely ignore the fluid that keeps their engine from melting itself. A neglected cooling system causes warped cylinder heads, cracked blocks, seized water pumps, and repair bills that look like a car payment. Every single one of those outcomes is completely preventable. Let's go through exactly how. Number 1. Mixing coolant types. Walk into any auto store and you'll see coolant in green, orange, red, yellow, and pink. Most people grab whatever's on sale and top up without thinking. Those colors represent completely different chemical formulas. IAT, OAT, and HOAT coolants are engineered to work independently. Mix the wrong two together and you don't get a blend. You trigger a chemical breakdown that produces gel-like deposits inside your cooling passages. That gel coats your thermostat housing, clogs the water pump, and chokes flow through the entire system. Before adding anything, identify exactly what's already in there. Check your owner's manual. If there's any doubt, drain everything, flush with distilled water, and start completely fresh. Number 2. Using tap water. The reservoir looks low, there's no distilled water nearby, and you think water is just water. It isn't. Tap water contains calcium, magnesium, and chlorine that bond to aluminum surfaces and build up layer by layer, gradually narrowing radiator passages the same way plaque narrows arteries. A partially blocked radiator can lose 30% of its cooling efficiency before a single warning light appears. Distilled water costs almost nothing. Use it every single time you top up, mix coolant, or flush the system. This one habit alone prevents thousands in damage over the life of your vehicle. Number 3. Flushing on the wrong schedule. Most people make one of two mistakes: waiting far too long, or flushing unnecessarily early. Old degraded coolant turns acidic and actively corrodes the metal it was designed to protect. But modern long-life OAT coolants are engineered to last 5 years or 200,000 kilometers. Flushing them too early wastes money and removes protective additives before they've finished working. The mechanic-approved method is simple. Buy coolant pH test strips. Check once a year. If the pH drops below 7, flush immediately regardless of mileage. Data beats guessing every time. Number 4. Ignoring the heater core. The heater core is a compact heat exchanger inside your dashboard running on the same coolant loop as the main radiator. When you flush with the cabin heater off, coolant never flows through it. You flush most of the system and leave a critical section completely untouched. Months later, deposits cause heat output to drop, the defroster weakens, and eventually the heater core fails, a repair that runs several $100s in labor alone. Expert trick: always set cabin temperature to maximum heat during the entire flush. Forces full circulation, costs nothing extra, takes no additional time. Number 5. Forgetting the radiator cap. Your radiator cap is a precision pressure valve rated between 13 and 16 psi. When it weakens, system pressure drops, coolant boiling point falls, and localized boiling occurs near hot zones inside the engine. Those vapor bubbles collapse violently against the water pump impeller. Engineers call this cavitation, and it destroys pumps from the inside out. A water pump replacement runs $300 or more. A replacement cap costs $12. Test the cap on a pressure tester every coolant service. $12 versus a broken water pump is not a difficult decision. Number 6. Overdoing flush chemicals. Some flush additives work well when used correctly. The danger is contact time. Highly acidic cleaners left inside an aluminum radiator too long etch internal surfaces and accelerate the exact corrosion you were trying to remove. The tested approach for most vehicles is multiple distilled water flush cycles. Drain, refill with distilled, run to temperature, drain again. 2 or 3 cycles remove most contamination with zero chemical risk. Reserve commercial chemicals only for severe buildup, and when you use them, follow timing instructions exactly. Not roughly. Exactly. Number 7. Flushing without inspecting first. Healthy coolant is bright and translucent. If yours is brown, rusty, or smells burnt, a flush alone won't fix the problem. Discolored coolant can signal combustion gases leaking through a failing head gasket. Flushing that system without diagnosing the source just cycles fresh coolant through a compromised engine and delays an expensive repair. Always inspect before flushing. If anything looks abnormal, pressure test the system and check for combustion gases first. Catching a head gasket issue early can be the difference between a $500 repair and an engine replacement. Number 8. Flushing with a cold thermostat. Your thermostat stays physically closed until the engine reaches operating temperature. Flush a cold engine and a significant portion of the coolant circuit never sees fresh fluid. The shop-proven method: start the engine during the flush and let it run until the thermostat opens. Watch the coolant level shift as the system circulates. Then shut it down, let it cool completely, and drain. This one extra step turns a partial flush into a full system exchange and only costs you an additional 15 minutes. Number 9. Skipping the air bleed. Refilling the coolant and closing the hood is how a perfect flush becomes an overheating problem 2 days later. Trapped air creates dead zones where coolant can't reach, causing mysterious hot spots even when the reservoir reads full. After refilling, squeeze the upper radiator hose firmly to dislodge air pockets. Run the engine with the heater on maximum. Watch the coolant level drop as the thermostat opens and air escapes. Top up as needed. Mechanics recommend cycling through this at least twice before the job is truly complete. Number 10. Ignoring hoses and clamps. The system is already drained. This is the best possible moment to inspect every hose and clamp. A radiator hose can look perfect outside while crumbling internally, shedding debris into your coolant. Squeeze each hose firmly. Healthy feels flexible and resilient. Stiff, brittle, or collapsing means replacement is overdue. Check every clamp for corrosion and proper seating. 2 minutes of inspection here regularly prevents a roadside breakdown from a component that costs under $20. Number 11. Skipping the hot inspection. This is what professionals quietly do on every job and rarely mention at the service counter. After completing the flush and refilling, run the engine to full operating temperature, around 95 degrees Celsius. Then walk the engine bay slowly with the system pressurized. Inspect every hose connection, the drain plug, and the water pump area. Leaks invisible when cold appear immediately under 15 psi of pressure. 5 focused minutes after every coolant service has prevented more breakdowns than almost any other single step. Do not skip it. Number 12. Opening a hot radiator. We finish here because this causes the most serious injuries. Coolant under full pressure reaches 110 degrees Celsius. Removing the cap on a hot engine isn't a risk. It's a near certainty of severe steam burns to your hands and face. The rule is non-negotiable. Wait a minimum of 2 full hours after shutting off the engine. Place a thick rag over the cap, turn slowly to the first stop, let pressure fully release, then remove it. None of the advice in this video matters if you get burned before the job even starts. If this just saved your engine, your wallet, or your safety, hit like right now, share this with someone overdue for a coolant flush, and subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. Drop a comment and tell me what country you're watching from. I read every single one.